At the history books to see how close this fixture historically has been. Barcelona at home against Real Madrid on this occasion. I'm Derek Ray. Sitting alongside me here on the gantry is Stuart Robson. And Stuart, this ought to be special.
Well, Derek, this is a magnificent setting for a great rivalry. Let's just hope we see both teams play at their very best today. What an occasion this should be.
Well, this is what we think for Barcelona. Pedri starts alongside Frenkie de Jong in the centre of midfield. And the starting role in attack today is handed to Robert Lewandowski. And the starting 11 for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois is the keeper of choice. Ferland Mendy starts with Lucas Vazquez in the fullback positions. Jude Bellingham starts alongside Federico Valverde in central midfield. And the main threat in attack today should be Kylian Mbappe. And so the match is underway. Balde. Martinez. Dani Olmo. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Vinicius Junior. Lewandowski. Quick thinking defensively. Rodrigo. He continues his run. Chouameni. Feeding it through. Couldn't make it 1-0. Maybe not quite warmed up.
Well, that should have been the opener. He has to hit the target from there.
Barca exploiting the space on the wing. Teammates in the middle. Oh, that is an outrageously good stop.
Well, great reflection from the keeper. He did brilliantly there.
Can someone get on the end of this? Punching it clear. Rafinha. And Lewandowski waiting. Cleared away comprehensively. And he's made headway. A goal in the early stages. Precisely what they had been planning.
Well, just look at this again. He's so hard to knock off the ball once he gets going. Of course the defending could be better, but that's a great individual goal.
One 0 then. Pedri. Lewandowski. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Valverde is with Vinicius Junior. He'll have a go here. Well, the goalkeeper is thankful that it wasn't a better effort than it actually was. Martinez. Lewandowski. Counter-attacking chance. Pedri. Could be troublesome. Oh, he's through here. Really close. Sweeping attacking play.
Well, they just couldn't finish off what would have been a great goal on the counter-attack.
Barcelona winning the ball back. And space here on the flank. Oh, fancy footwork, but a good piece of tidying up. A chance to whip it in. And players waiting at the far post. But it's actually ended up being easy meat for the keeper. Kylian Mbappe. He's in with a chance. And a goal it is for Real Madrid. They are on a victory course.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, and all you can do is admire the finish by Mbappe. He hits the ball so cleanly, it's a fantastic strike.
So back underway, with the scoreline standing at 2-0. Frankie de Jong. Can he find the right pass? Played into the box. Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Bellingham. And passing it through. It could be for Mbappe. Oh, that surely had to go in, but marvellous defending. And Barcelona being afforded too much space. Will he finish? And it goes to alter the arithmetic and give them hope that they can turn this round.
Here's the replay. He's got such quick feet, hasn't he? Just look how he goes past his marker to get his shot away. That's a really good goal. Well, as you can tell from his body language, Ancelotti's not pleased with his team. They seem to be in complete control of this match.
Well, the action continues, and you sense the momentum may well be with Barca here. Now, options are plenty. Mbappe. It's looking promising, and it might be. And just narrowly wide in the end. Koundé. Well, good run and good ball control. Well, that looked to be quite dangerous, but just a fraction off. Mendy. Able to skip past his man. Can he create an angle? Oh, could be. Oh, that is a terrific save.
Well, that's a great save from that sort of range. Really good reflexes.
Rafinha. Real Madrid regaining possession. Inigo Martinez. Might really be able to trouble them here. Inside he goes. It might be. Oh, tremendous work from the keeper to avert the danger. Lewandowski. An accurate cross. They couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. And a tidy tackle. Koundé. Mendy has it. Chopping challenge, and the referee has got to have a big think about it. Well, he's gone into the referee's notebook.
And he can't be surprised. That was a poor challenge, you have to say.
It did look on for them, but not to be. Well, I must say, no shortage of space for Barcelona. Robert Lewandowski in the middle. Well, can Barcelona demonstrate their corner kick-taking prowess? Time for a change then.
Well, just listen to the fans. They know this is a big chance here.
Corner kick played in. Good bit of defending. Ferran Torres. Just the challenge that was required. Federico Valverde. Delightful pass. Can he make it count? And you've got to credit that magnificent piece of defending. Counter-attacking, very much an option. This could be the equaliser. Magnificent stuff. And quite the comeback from 2 goals down.
Well, it's a decent goal, but the defenders certainly played their part. Where were they? They were absolutely all over the place.
So underway again at 2-2. Mbappe. Good effort here. Well, the shot looked promising, but the keeper had the measure of it. De Jong. Jules Koundé on the ball. Space here for Barcelona. Torres. And a fine cross. Splendid defending. Clears it away. And the pass, a good one. Well, wasteful from Barcelona. Tchouaméni. He's in with a chance. And pushed away to safety.
Well, those stats tell you what a good game this has been. We've seen a lot of good attacking.
Oh, wait a minute, Stuart. Opportunity. Well, somehow the goalkeeper got to it. So a personnel change then. Played over. Oh, that's not a good clearance. Lewandowski. And is this the moment for Lewandowski? Well, the keeper had plenty to think about with bodies around him. Valverde is with Vinicius Junior. Kylian Mbappe. Real chance. Rodrigo. The managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. Well, the verdict on Kylian Mbappe, in a word, positive.
Well, he was excellent in that first half. He almost ran the game at times with his passing ability. Unless he's marked better in the second period, he'll continue to dictate the flow of this match.
And as the second half commences, both sides can reflect on a first half in which they were so very evenly matched. Oh, this is looking promising. Mbappe! And you cannot argue with a hat-trick. Simply unstoppable today.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Well, I love the celebration, but Ancelotti's got to get his players refocused now.
Well, Barcelona get things going again. A wake-up call for them, perhaps. And options in the centre. Clattered away. Oh, beating his opponent with ease. Still be able to do a bit of damage. Oh, tremendous goal! Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to have that in your repertoire.
Well, you won't see a better connection than this. It's a brilliant strike, hit with such power. What a great goal. Well, that face tells you everything. Ancelotti can't understand how his team have lost the lead here.
Valverde. Rafinha. And room to run for Barca on the wing. Could cross it in here. Turning inside, where's he going to go? And he's broken free. And a goal! Another one! Two in quick succession. No wonder they're celebrating.
Well, just look at this. It's a good finish and reward for their pressure. They really have controlled this game.
What an extraordinary scoreline. Does this game have more goals in it? Bellingham. Plenty of support here. Oh, big chance. Oh, there it is! A back and forth sort of match. Now they're level again. The lead lasted nearly minutes.
Well, let's have another look at this because Mbappe shows such skill to go beyond the defender, and Mbappe just hits it with such confidence. He strikes it so cleanly. It's a great goal. Well, that picture says it all. Ancelotti's team are back in the game now.
Well, you don't get too many scorelines like this one. 4-4. Vinicius Junior. A textbook interception. He has teammates around him. And in with a real chance. And tried to place it with only the keeper to beat.
Well, I have to say, I never really fancied him to score there. That was a golden opportunity.
Pedri. Lewandowski. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. Real find themselves in a position of menace. Opportunity to go ahead. And danger still. And holding on to it at the second time of asking. Pedri. This is Robert Lewandowski. Dangerous looking attack. Happy to take on the shot. And it's in! They're back in front! Stunning scenes here!
Here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And then the shot is emphatic. He strikes it with such power, the keeper has no time to react. What a good finish.
I must say I'd have to go back quite a few years to remember the last time I covered a game with a scoreline of 5-4. Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance. Dani Olmo. Rodrigo. Decides to shoot. I'll tell you what, it wasn't a million miles away from the equaliser.
Well, it was a decent chance, but they're still behind here. They needed to take that one.
Well, it was apparently a bookable offence.
Well, no debate over that one. It's a yellow card all day long.
And time for the change now. And over it comes. Well, not on the target. Space was at a premium, though. Rafinha. Barcelona showing good width here. It's a little bit into the area here. It was an attack of promise, but they couldn't take advantage of the situation. And a timely intervention. Oh, could be. And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field day.
As you can see, his movement is really good, which then makes the finish look easy. That's a decent goal, that's for sure. Well, when things are going wrong, it's always the manager that's under fire. Ancelotti needs to make some big calls here.
Kylian Mbappe. What can Real do from this position? Simple catch, really. Rafinha. Barcelona have lost possession. Well, it stopped a promising attack in its tracks. And you wouldn't be surprised if there's a card coming out here. And yellow it is, a booking.
Yeah, he was too impatient to win the ball and probably deserved a yellow card.
Substitution for Real Madrid. Rafinha. It's a fierce effort. Bellingham. Federico Valverde. Well, the counter chance looks very real. Opportunity for them to get back into the game. Oh, no! Not a moment the keeper will want to revisit. Well, he's got to pick himself up now.
Well, here's the replay, and he's unlucky. He didn't know too much about that, but it's an own goal, I'm afraid.
De Jong. Alex Balde. Well, possession is the watchword inside their own territory. Barcelona, it's a sector of the pitch devoid of defenders. Oh, tremendous work from the keeper to avert the danger. Well, Barcelona pushing to add to their lead. It'll be a corner. Can someone get on the end of this? And the danger's still on. Well, it looked so threatening, but the danger averted. And into the last 15 minutes of action. Vinicius Junior. Effectively parried away by the keeper and held by the keeper at the second time of asking.
Well, he's just pulled off a great first save there. Now they can all calm down.
He's got to score, and it's in! A goal for Barcelona. They
play shows, this is all about his ability to find space in the box, which then makes the finish look so much easier. That's good play from him. Well, he knows his team haven't been good enough in this game, but how does he change it?
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius. Chance to cross. Able to clear the danger, at least for now. And a substitution in the offing. Who can they pick out? Oh, tremendous header that time, but the goalkeeper was there. Thwarting him. There's 10 minutes remaining here. Well, it wasn't a taxing save. Alex Balde. Well, in the dying embers of the game, and Barcelona all-powerful in this one, Stuart.
Yeah, this has been a good performance. They've looked really sharp going forward, and they've shown a lot of energy. They'll certainly be pleased with their overall display up to now.
Crossing opportunity. Sound piece of defending. Lewandowski. Chance here. Strong hand on that one. It's a Barcelona corner. And a retrospective yellow card is the referee's verdict.
Well, no doubt about it. That earlier challenge was a definite booking.
Who's going to get on the end of it? And under pressure, not on the target. Mbappe. And possession lost by Real Madrid. And they need to get tighter here. And options in the centre. Not to be in terms of the cross there. Goal kick coming up. Mbappe. Committed challenge. And Barcelona finding space on the flank. Well, this is far from over. We're going to have 5 minutes of stoppage time. Vinicius Junior. Here's Mbappe. Giving it a try. And just wide of the target. Goal kick.
Well, I think the goalkeeper had it covered, but it was a decent effort, though.
Rafinha. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Modric is with Vinicius Junior. He thwarted the attack illegally. Perhaps a card is forthcoming. Well, the referee has decided to book him.
Well, it's not a good challenge, and quite rightly, he gets a yellow card for that.
Well, straight into the meat of the penalty area. And that is not going to help the cause. The header well off the mark. And the final whistle has sounded. The end of the game here. A win for Barcelona. No fans are going to be happy about that.
Well, fairly comfortable in the end, wasn't it? Thought they controlled the middle of the park well. Going forward, there was some really nice incisive play too. It's a good result for them.